Welcome to The Queen's Lair, a lifestyle podcast. Get inspired by our latest tips and information about small business, entrepreneurship, natural hair, travel, food, and even relationships. Stay tuned for another great episode. I am your host, Renee Patrice. Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning in once again to my podcast. Happy International Women's Day to every lady out there, and especially to my mom and my sister. I want to give them an extra shout out just because they are the two closest women to me in my life. And after that, the rest of the women in my family and extended family and close friends and extended friendship groups. I salute you. It is International Women's Day. I've been up since about 5:30 in the morning, and just getting a lot of stuff done for my shop online. You guys know my website already, www.onyxqueenmedia.com. And I have opened up a shop tab on there. I am dropping a t-shirt line this week, and it is almost done. It's going to be a work in progress over time because I feel like I'm going to add a new t-shirt maybe once a month or so. And then I'll switch them out, and there'll be some things for holidays and, things like that. So I'll definitely have I'll have themed t-shirts and hoodies and things like that. So look out for that. There'll be accessories in there too, like mugs and kind of, home accessories. I got a lot of things coming, so stay tuned for that. Stay tuned. I have really been in this workspace. I've really been hype. I've really been like, I got to get this done and that done. And I just am so grateful for motivation. And I know people are like, why would you be grateful? Listen, it's hard to be motivated when you're an entrepreneur and you make your own hours because you feel like, I can sleep till noon. I can just work until the middle of the night. But you know what? I have learned I got to get up early in the morning like how I used to in a 9 to 5. I used to get up really early. I still get up very early. I'm up and out of the bed the latest 6 a.m., the latest. Usually I'm pretty much up and moving around by about 5:30 a.m., sometimes a little bit earlier, just to get a jump on the day, just to kind of sit still, pray, just to breathe in, breathe out. I kind of sit and do like a little bit of yoga, sort of thing as I pray. I do my daily devotional. I just try to read encouraging things on top of that, make my coffee, that kind of thing. So today was no different from that. I definitely started my day that way, and I was up very early, but I've been in this creative mode that has just really taken me over the last couple of days. So I have just been really staying up late, and getting up early, just feeling the creative juices are flowing. I don't know. So I'm going to roll with it, Sometimes it's hard to have motivation, but I have such great boss ladies around me, that are just doing it, and I'm like, okay, they make me want to boss up hard, so I really have been doing that. And I think the t-shirt line and accessory line is definitely going to show that. I've just had a lot of ideas about different shirts and sayings and things that I want to put on the t-shirts and the way that I want them to look and all of that. So I have really finalized a lot. I got a lot of stuff done today. I think I designed 10 t-shirts today, and some of those things will also be on mugs and other, tote bags and things like that. So stay tuned for that. That is coming. The shop tab is live right now on my website. I think there's one t-shirt in there right now, but there will be a whole bunch in the next day or so. So definitely keep your eye out for that. I do have an ebook. I have an ebook for sale on my website as well. It is called Podcast Secrets. It's my Podcast Secrets thing. It is so good. It is about profiting from your podcast. So it's actually called Podcasting Profit Secrets. So definitely look for this book on my website. Go to the shop tab and then click ebooks. The book is only $5.99. And it is sent to you electronically. So definitely, if you have been wanting to start a podcast, you don't know where to begin, this is going to be the book that helps you do that. It's very important to brand your podcast and make sure that you build a community around your podcast. And this is going to give you a great overview on exactly all of the steps that you need to do, even how to monetize your podcast. So that's one thing. A lot of people start podcasts, but they're like, okay, how do I monetize it? How do I create a stream of income from it? I have done that. So this book is definitely going to help you do that. Okay, so on my website, again, www.onyxqueenmedia.com, and then click on the shop tab and you'll see all of the things that are there. If you want a consultation, you can book a consultation on my website as well. If you have made a decision about doing a business boot camp and all of that, you can now go to the shop tab on my website and you will see all of the information there. Okay. I want to say thank you again. I know I've said it on the different social medias, but I want to say it to the podcast as well. Thank you so much to all of my listeners in all of the different countries. The Queen's Layer podcast reaches 27 different countries. And I am in awe of the entire thing. And really, I just want to thank God for that, because that is a blessing. This literally has turned into another stream of income for my business. And I can do nothing but thank you guys for doing that. For doing that. The listeners, everywhere you are, whether you're in the Philippines, whether you're in Nigeria, whether you are in the Bahamas, whether you're here in the United States, whether you're in the UK, Russia, all the different places that are listening. Thank you so much. This podcast now has over 20,000 streams. 20,000 streams. And I think we're actually, it's over 20,000 now. I think we're about to hit 22,000 streams. That is amazing. It really is amazing, because at one point, right before the pandemic, the podcast was just moving kind of slow. And I was like, you know what? I'm not really going to put too much energy into this, but everybody was home. Then we hit being in lockdown. And I was like, you know what? Now I really have the time to do this. I'm not traveling for business right now. Let me really put 110% into this thing. And I did. And it really jumped the streams up, people listening. I started promoting it more. And just a little side note, I know that I may be people kind of look at me and think I'm a boss lady and all that kind of stuff. And that really is not a big thing to me. But I will tell you, I don't like promoting myself. I can promote the heck out of my clients. I can pitch them and get them covered in the news and television and all that, because I do that every day, all day, without even thinking about it. But when it comes to myself, to pitch me or to pitch my company or to promote my stuff and my company, I just don't do it. And I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's because I don't really like the self-promotion. I'm kind of a low-key type of person. When I get with a group of friends that I'm really cool with, we can laugh and, all that kind of stuff and be crazy. But I really am pretty much to myself. I've always been kind of a loner. That's just me, and I don't know. I'm not about self-promotion. I'm not about being loud on social media. I'm just not really like that too much. I post more in your face, I guess you can say, sort of things in my stories. So if you follow me on social media, then check out my stories on Instagram, because it's definitely more, I don't want to say controversial. It's not controversial, but it's more tongue-in-cheek type stuff that I will post in my stories. But I post them there for a reason, because I don't want them to sit on my open timeline. That way it's in the stories for 24 hours, then it goes away, done. If you want to screenshot it, you can. It's no problem. But those sort of things I kind of save for my stories rather than sitting on my open feed timeline. So if you want to be entertained, go to my stories, and then you'll see some stuff in there. So I try to have some fun, and it's been very hard to bring the fun factor to things because we're in the middle of a pandemic still. And, walking around with masks and just seeing people's, eyes and not their face. And you can't tell people's expressions, and everybody's mouth is muffled when they talk because of these ridiculous masks that we have to keep wearing. Now, I'm not saying ridiculous, meaning that we shouldn't be wearing them. We need to be wearing a mask. I'm not an anti-masker. I am not. We gonna wear these masks. Let's stay safe and smart. So, but anyway, International Women's Day, definitely wanted to, talk a little bit about that, and, just let you guys know what's going on with Onyx Queen Media. And definitely go to my website and check out the new shop tab, because there's going to be stuff added there. Especially this week, I'm just going to do a huge upload onto there of different things that I'm designing, cute things for the home, mugs, t-shirts, all that sort of stuff. I'm going to have merch. Can you imagine? Onyx Queen Media is going to have merch. Like, what are we doing right now? So, but it's thanks to you guys, because y'all keep me very much on my toes and really thinking of new and improved things that I can do to bring to you guys. And, I have a bag that has like a little Afro girl on there, and so many people have complimented me on this bag. So I'm like, you know what? Do I just need to drop the whole thing, like on my page so that y'all can get it? Sure. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm working on. So enjoy your days, people. Enjoy the rest of your week. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.